On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being we do an excellent job on requirements to 5 being we're poor at defining requirements, being honest, where do you think your organization sits? But here's the problem. I don't want you to focus just on the teams you've worked on or in your area of the business, if that's the way you're segmented. I want you to think about the whole array of projects that are done across the organization. Now, I know you won't have any first-hand experience with the others, but you've heard enough to know. So where would your organization fall on this spectrum? What we've heard and seen over the years that many organizations actually fall in the 4 and 5 range. There's a fair number of 3s, but certainly a minority. And there's not very many 1s and 2s at all. Unfortunately, the graph tends to be heavily tilted towards the end that says not so good. So, well, what can we do? Now, before we move on to what you can do, I want to talk about the premium that can be paid if you do requirements poorly. So try to understand the importance of requirements, where your organization is, and the impact of that on time and the cost of doing this work. So what I want to show you is some results from a study that we talked about earlier, that business analysis benchmark. What we learned from these studies is there is an extremely steep premium that you are paying for poor quality requirements. If you were a 5, you'd be paying about 60% more for your applications than the organizations that are 1s, that are really optimal at doing this. So the challenge I'm going to put out for you today is this. Is it okay to pay a significant premium for your critical applications? Let's say your organization was average, a 3. Is it okay to be paying somewhere in the range of a 30% premium for your applications? I'm pretty sure that the answer would be no. In fact, it might even be closer to 40%. So here's the easy analogy. How many of you would be willing to pay 14 bucks for the same pizza that your neighbor got for 10 bucks? Well, of course the answer is you wouldn't be prepared to do that. But why are we prepared to do that for software? So thank you for putting up with me. I trust you got tons of good information, and look forward to working with you in the future.